It is pay-per-view day. And I am very excited. This is very much a turning point. This is meant to be very much the moment where shit hits the fan. Because let's just say that this is meant to be the hype up to SummerSlam. So this has a good build, in my subjectively correct opinion. But yeah, there's a lot riding on this one. There's a lot riding on this one. I'm excited, and so should everyone else. But yes, see, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit when real wrestling has to kind of affect my show. And what I mean by that is when someone gets released from WWE, they won't make the next game. And I want to use them and continue to use them, but then their stuff won't really be in the game to the amount that I want it to be. That's been the case for people like Blair Davenport, and it seems like that's gonna be the case for Karrion Kross. It sucks. I'm very, very sad that is the case. But we'll see how I end up fleshing it all out. But yes, this should be a grand old time. So yeah, fun times. Alrighty. Well, I think without further ado, I think it's about time we finally start this. Yeah. Yeah. So let's shall we smash this one out? I think we shall, because goddamn, this is gonna be a good show. Let's kick off. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW Bad Blood. I'm your host, as always, Scott Silver, coming to you live from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Loud and proud, 35,000 in attendance for Bad Blood.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds,
We start this show. Seth Rollins, the visionary, the revolutionary, going up against the man that he has failed to get rid of. Karrion Kross. What an outfit Seth has on tonight. Now, with this match coming into play, General Manager CM Punk has added some ground rules, as we know that these two, along with the two Rogers family members, have been intertwined in this fatal four-way of wants and needs. So this is how it's been structured out. Karrion Kross and Seth Rollins will go one-on-one right here, right now. The winner will go on to the semi-main event to face Jackson Rogers for the television championship. But that's not all. Before then, Jackson will get his wish and he will be facing his father, Liam Rogers. That way, whoever walks out of this match, the winner, and Jackson himself will be on equal playing field. Both will be needing to deal with their own levels of fatigue. He thought it was only fair. Karrion Kross has been making light work of Seth Rollins for the last few weeks. Can he do so on pay-per-view? Let's see soon enough. Karrion Kross more ready than ever, with Scarlett at his side. Let's see how these two finally fare. Let's see if they can quite literally put their bad blood behind them. Here we go, Seth Rollins, Karrion Kross to kick off Bad Blood in Washington, D.C. Match now officially underway, and immediately high knee from Kross. Kross has learnt now in the last few weeks, after punishing Seth Rollins over and over again, that a quick and decisive blow can easily disorientate Seth Rollins. And that, I think, is very much what he's putting into practice here. But it seems that Seth isn't going to go down without a fight anytime soon. Trying to grab Kross to bring him back up, but Kross able to get some distance between the two. Throw Seth into the ropes, drop down. Leapfrog Kross now, and an elbow straight on the button. Kross was trying to wind up, saying that this is nowhere near the kind of punishment that he has in store for Seth Rollins here tonight. Seth now in the corner and now just raking at the eyes. Now DDT. You can only imagine as he goes for the cover here. You saw Scarlett in the background taking off the padding of that turnbuckle. You can only imagine, though Jackson Rogers has his own match before the semi-main event, you can only imagine that the television champion's watching this, seeing who's going to advance to the semi-main event. Seth Rollins, of course, had the number one contendership, but has decided to put that on the line against Kross here. So if Kross is able to win, he has been ripped. He's been able to rip the semi-main event from Seth Rollins, and he might possibly walk away from Bad Blood as champion. Now throwing Seth Rollins into the steel. Those steel steps, and now we'll go to the top rope. Caution into the wind. Cross just brutalizing the Visionary, but Seth Rollins is not one to count out. Reversal. And of course, not every single match could make it onto the Bad Blood card. So next week's show, the main event for the Hardcore Championship, champion Jacob Fatu will defend against Bryan Danielson. A lot of mysteries coming up, but also some on this show, as Karrion Kross getting the reversal here. Breaking the barricade, and now possibly might be fighting into the audience here with a sledgehammer shot. Seth Rollins wanting to try to keep him away from any area with weaponry. He throws across the outside area. Trying to go for a drop kick, but Kross counters and gets that flying clothesline. Both men know what they need to do in order to get that semi-main event match. Knee straight to the face of Kross. Just trying to target the skull of Kross, trying to weaken out, possibly try to disorientate him. You see Scarlett there watching on. Again, the knee. And seems that Seth has got his wish. Blood has been spilled. It seems that that's pissed off Kross more than it's hurt him. Big boots directly to the skull. Now Kross will look for some weaponry as Scarlett looks on. Trash can now being put into play, but sees Seth getting up. The fans chanting they want tables, but that may not be necessarily what they get right now. Look at this. Face going off the announce desk. And now an Alabama slam directly onto the pavement on the outside. Again, just throwing him lifelessly, ragdolling Seth's corpse around the outside area. Scarlett moving out of possible harm's way as Seth Rollins finally getting a moment to breathe. What's he going to do with this moment? He's going to set up for a very nice Falcon Arrow. Now, getting Kross back inside the ring. Kross slowly getting back up. Look at this. Trying to use his own move against him. Final prayer to Kross. But a kick out at 2. Seth Rollins using Karrion's own move against him. Moonsault off the springboard, trying to go for a cover again, but a kick out at 2. And now, looks like he hasn't geared up. And a curb stomp! Curb stomp to Karrion Kross. Is that... And no, it's not! The bleeding skull of Kross. Not enough to put him away for good. But now submission locked in the middle of the ring. But look at Kross easily getting out of harm's way. And then a now suplex. Cover to Seth Rollins. But a kick out at 2. But now Kross looking to put it away for good. Has him up. Final prayer. Final prayer into the cover. But a kick out at 2. What a moment. Spanning these last 2 minutes, it seems that Kross has answered the fans' cries, getting a table in the mix. Look at now Seth throwing him into the ropes, leapfrog. Getting him back down, and a kick straight to the midsection. But now grabbing the sledgehammer that Scarlett brought into the match, reversal, and will rip the sledgehammer from Seth, but Seth stopping him from using it. And inverted DDT and another springboard moonsault. Now we'll possibly try to set up the table. That is the case. Elbow drop. Cross trying to possibly see through the blood that's dripping down his skull right now. But Seth Rollins, look at what he's trying to do. Trying to go for a suplex through the table, and he gets it! Suplex through the table and throws the sledgehammer into the midsection. Cover from Seth Rollins and a kick out at 2. How is Cross still in this? You see now Cross's blood now scarring the black mat inside of Washington, D.C. Cross just trying to do whatever he can to get back into the fight. Reversal. Seth may not be in a situation that he likes. Trying to go for a throw over belly-to-belly suplex. Cross grabbing that steel trash can from earlier. But will he bring it into the match? Yeah, you're damn straight he will. Seth Rollins with that sledgehammer. Stopped by Cross. Cross throwing him into that exposed turnbuckle that we all remember that Scarlett did at the start of the match. Cover from Cross. But a kick out. Not enough. Not the exposed turnbuckle to the throat of Seth Rollins was enough to put him away. Cross showing people that he is not done yet. Sledgehammer now in play to the midsection. Cover. Is this it? And it is! Karrion Kross will move on to the semi-main event for the television championship. What a way to kick off Bad Blood. Kross dominated very early on in this matchup. Seth very quickly trying to answer with his own level of offense. We saw here using Kross's own move against him, the final prayer, but was not enough to put it all away. But as we saw here, the second he kicked out of it, connecting with the curb stomp. Blood already spilling from Kross's head at that point. That did not add any kind of good thoughts to many people's heads. Getting that frog splash senton. And even that wasn't enough to put Kross away for good. It was right here, thinking that the turnbuckle would be enough, but all it took was one more sledgehammer shot to the midsection for Kross.
Here's your winner, Karrion Kross.
Congratulations, Karrion Kross. We will see him again tonight as we move on to tag team competition. Here we go, tag team competition for the tag team championships. And it seems that one of the best tag teams in the world are geared up and ready. Here they are, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 420 pounds, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
The Motor City Machine Guns, of course, have fought for the tag titles before and never be able to get a chance to get past the Dudleys. But after what the Masked Men did to the Dudleys, they were forced to vacate the titles, and now the Motor City will meet the AOP. But I've heard from backstage sources that the AOP have not been seen yet in the building. The AOP Titantron has started to play.
And their opponents, first.
Wait, what the hell?
Weighing in at 268 pounds, the Masked Man.
What the hell is the Masked Man doing here? Of course, one half of the Masked Men, the two people shrouded in mystery. These are the people that had a hand in injuring the Dudleys, forcing them to vacate the titles, and they had an extraordinary match with AOP to come to this event to fight for the titles, which AOP won. Why are the Masked Men out here? I'm honestly just as baffled as the next person. AOP, Akam and Razor are meant to be out here fighting for the tag team titles, and now the Masked Man is here. Is he here to watch? Is he here to referee? At this point, I don't know. I don't get told anything in this company anymore. Well, whether we like it or not, the Masked Man is out here. What the hell does that mean now? The AOP letters have come back up. Surely Akam and Razor will show themselves for this match.
From Jackson,
Wait, what the hell?
weighing in at 215 pounds, the Masked Man.
Alright, now I'm getting worried. The fact that now both the Masked Men are out here. I'm just receiving some knowledge from our general manager CM Punk in Gorilla that apparently Akam and Razor have been found unconscious in the parking lot. And, okay, it had to be them. It had to be the Masked Men, salty for losing to AOP and are now forcing them to have the spots in this match, to have a chance at the tag team titles. Come on! This isn't right! Unfortunately, I don't see what choice we have. The Masked Men are out here, the Motor City Machine Guns are out here, and I guess we have a title match. For the love of God, Motor City Machine Guns, kick the masks off of these two. There they are, the tag team titles that these two teams will be fighting for. The first title match of the night. Motor City Machine Guns, the Masked Men for the tag team titles, and we are officially underway. And immediately, the Motor City Machine Guns immediately going at it. Of course, these two teams have fought before in the triple threat match with the previous champions, the Dudley Boys, so these two are familiar with themselves. masked men are getting in control, as we know the dynamics between these two, because these two teams have fought in the past. Motor machine guns, lightweight, quick, and agile, where the masked men are very hard-hitting and have a lot of stamina. They could not be fitted any better for this kind of matchup. Of course, Tornado Tag Team rules apply. Weapons can be used. And look at this, the DDT from Longhair. And the fans are chanting this is awesome. A short hair drop kick to Chris Sabin in the middle of the ring, as Alex Shelley taking it to Longhair on the outside. There have been a few theories as to who the masked men truly are, but none of them seem to be accurate. We're not 100% sure on who they are. They have just shown up and tried to take roughshod across all of ECW. Now Longhair going body first into the steel steps. Alex Shelley taking it as Shorthair taking it. Chris Sabin! Now Shorthair getting out for some weaponry. Table now in play. We saw how that affected Karrion Kross and Seth Rollins only moments ago. Will it do the same thing here? Drop kick from Longhair. Now Shorthair being reversed by Chris Sabin. As now the commentary desk by Longhair being now swept for some possible carnage. Now both members of the Motor City trying to get some momentum here. Chris Sabin DDT off the springboard. Now look at this, a Gargano escape. A little bit of a nod to his real life friend Johnny Gargano. But coming up short. And now a neck breaker from Alex Shelley. Super kick from Sabin. Oh, the good thing about these tag matches is there's no tag team breakups as often as normal tag matches. Neck breaker. This is simply beating the hell out of each other. Alex Shelley trying to get a pin on Shorthair, but came up short. And now Longhair. Chris Sabin gets back involved, trying to help out his teammate. Humping up, good suplex. Now Alex Shelley and Longhair going absolute at it. Shorthair, my apologies. Chris Sabin trying to pick up the table, but Shorthair's body able to stop it from being set up. What? There's Shorthair now going in for the cover. A kick out at 2 from Chris Sabin. Now Sabin able to reverse, of course. Motor City Machine Guns, I can only imagine, have years more experience than these two masked hooligans. But the fact that the masked men are able to hold their own right now very much shows that they're here for business. Now the table has been set up as Alex Shelley, unaware that Longhair's right there to stop any kind of momentum here. But look at this, not letting it happen. A Salida Del Sol here. Cover on Shorthair. But a kick out, not enough to put him away. But now Chris Sabin will get involved. But no, Longhair with a reversal, able to get out of that suplex attempt. As we see that ladder now back outside of the ring, clothesline from Chris Sabin. Super kick. Now a kick again, a Longhair, as Alex Shelley just taking it to Shorthair on the outside. Reversal from Longhair, able to sidestep his way out of that. They're getting closer and closer to that table, and now the kendo stick on the outside. Alex Shelley. Reversal. Shorthair now, look at this, Longhair in possession, sledgehammer to the midsection of Chris Sabin. Look at that. That Claymore kick. Boy, that seemed like it was going to be it. If it wasn't for Alex Shelley breaking up that pinfall, that could have very much been it. Look at this. Blade Runner! Blade Runner, Alex Shelley going in for the cover to win the titles, but a kick out at 2. Now the table being thrown at short hair, and along with that sledgehammer as well, Inzaguri. Long hair getting back into the ring now. What is his plan? Hoisting Alex Shelley up and performing the snake eyes on the ropes. Of course, short hair getting in amongst it with Chris Sabin. Look at this, the natural gifted athleticism of long hair, I guess. And now look at this, the 2 pins. Alex Shelley and long hair going, sharing up pinfalls. And Chris Sabin there to try to stop it. Alex Shelley now rolled outside to try to get some breathing room. Chris Sabin with short hair hoisting him up, but short hair able to capitalize, get back in amongst it. And look at this in the background. The kill switch engaged by long hair. Kill switch engaged. And into the ropes, and a haluva kick. Haluva kick by long hair for the tag team titles, and a kick out at 2. Not enough to win the titles. Now the table once again set up. And I don't like where this is going. Long hair with Alex Shelley through the table! And look at this. Last ride to Chris Sabin, the cover off the table, and the Masked Men have captured the titles. What the hell did we just witness? Actually, I'll answer my own question. We just witnessed the hostile takeover of the tag team division. The Masked Men taking Motor City to the absolute limit. And once that table broke, that was the table that broke the camel's back. Thinking that they had it in reach. Everyone wanted the Motor City to win, even against the AOP. But the Masked Men came in, and this was it right here. The table breaking. Chris Sabin unable to help. And that was the pin that signified the doom. There we are, new tag team champions. For better or for worse. And just when we think we're done with title matches, the Cruiserweight Championship, where these two are wanting to destroy the Dragon's lair and take his treasure. Tommaso Ciampa Of course, accompanied by Johnny Gargano. We saw earlier this week how that all went. Johnny Gargano going one-on-one with the Cruiserweight champion Ilya Dragunov, coming into a losing effort. But will that change if Tommaso is in the ring? He seems ready, more ready than you think. Will he be able to stay on top and call himself champion? Or will he fall to everyone's favorite dragon? And here he is! The Mad Dragon! The Cruiserweight Champion! The man himself! Ilya Dragon! Seeming as ready as always to do whatever he can to hear the 1, 2, 3. That's what it's all about right here, the Cruiserweight Championship. Here we go.
Introducing the challenger from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa. And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, the ECW Cruiserweight Champion, Ilya
Here we go, the first proper real title defense of Ilya Dragunov. Tommaso seemingly ready. Held up in all its pride, the Cruiserweight Championship. Here we go, Tommaso Ciampa, Ilya Dragunov, title on the line, and we are officially underway. Ciampa wasting no time trying to get some offense in, but immediately reversed by Dragunov, reversed by Ciampa again. Immediately going in for a cover, seeing if he can end this early. Kick out at 1. Kick straight to the skull. Mounted. Stiff left hands from the Blackheart. Now raking at the eyes. Trying to use any dirty tactic that he can. Back body drop. Ciampa telling him just to bring it. Going into the corner. Trying to keep him there so we can look for some weaponry. Ladder now in play. The steel. And immediately Dragunov trying to get an unexpected vantage point, but Ciampa getting into the ring enough, and now you see Gargano getting involved, throwing him back into the ring for Ciampa to inflict some more damage, removing the turnbuckle padding, but still very much a reversal party here. And a big ass kick straight into the nose, causing Ciampa to bleed. Now look at this, Ciampa trying to get his own level of Irish whip ability, but it wasn't enough. Clothesline. Knee straight to that skull. And a back senton. Cover. Not enough. Kick out. Now going back inside the ring to try to confront him. And now men will go blow for blow. Right here. Still even in strikes, but Dragunov telling Ciampa to bring it, saying he can take it. And Ciampa not letting up. Getting another slap to the chest, slap to the face, over and over again until one submits, and now the two strikes, throwing hands over and over until one can't take enough. Room from both of them. Ciampa capitalizing into that throat. The throat hitting that exposed turnbuckle. Cover from Ciampa, but a kick out. Trying to look for a sledgehammer, but seems that he got annoyed by the kendo stick. Reversal from Dragunov, trying to get some chip damage, but a reversal from Ciampa as well. Now looking neck breaker right there. Dragunov starting to show his face, showing some signs of fatigue. Trying to possibly go for a failed tail ending, but Dragunov catches it. Now Gargano distracting him so Ciampa can get a pin in. And almost got it too, but now reversal from Dragunov. But now again another reversal from Ciampa. The kick out. Both men still standing, and the tornado strike. The hurricane. Cover. But almost got it. Almost got it, but a kick out at 2. And now Ciampa, I think, has snapped. Now punt with that knee strike to the side of the skull, but a clothesline from Dragunov. Dragunov is not letting up anytime soon. Now we'll look for some weaponry. Finally finding the sledgehammer that Ciampa was trying to find. Trying to release is in a Triple H, and now sledgehammer to the spine. Tommaso Ciampa. And now we have that, the neck breaker. Almost onto the head of that sledgehammer too. And now looking to put it away. Gargano saying that this is it, but let's find out. Fairy tale ending. Cover from Ciampa to win the title, and a kick out at 2. Ciampa's beside himself. Clothesline from Dragunov. Top rope. Calling for Ciampa to get onto his feet. Axe handle. Cover. Will that be enough to put Ciampa away? But no, it won't. Kick out. Now look at this. H-bomb! Is that enough to retain the title? And it is! Dragunov showing that not even a fairy tale ending is enough to rupture the dragon. both of these two, when it came to moves, when it came to match knowledge, when it came to in-ring ability, these two were practically inseparable. They were very even. They were very few in between. But the power of Dragunov was a little bit too much. Dragunov successfully defends the Cruiserweight Championship just like Finn Balor before him. This is where we all thought it was going to get a bit rocky. Ciampa hitting that fairy tale ending. And look how close he was to losing the championship. Right there. The hand almost hitting the mat. But right here, thinking that enough hits to the skull was going to be enough. But he thought to himself, I have one really good shot to the skull that would do it. H-bomb. Looking at Johnny Gargano as he rolled out of it, covering to win the title.
Here is your winner, and still ECW Cruiserweight Champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Congratulations, Ilya Dragunov, as we move on. And this is the match that a few people were very interested to see, what they are dubbing Father versus Son 2. And it seems that Jackson, like last time, is putting up his moniker. He is the Outlaw. The television champion himself, here to try to prove that his father hasn't changed.
An Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the ECW Television Champion, the Outlaw,
Jackson Rogers, since the moment Liam came back into the company, believed that he hasn't changed, that he was still the power-hungry guy that he was when he led Bullet Club to victory. Liam is trying to convince everyone and the world that he has changed. Jackson said, prove it to me in a match. Of course, this is the match that Jackson has to go through before defending his belt in the semi-main event. Whatever Jackson wanted out of this match, let's hope he gets it. Of course, we're in the silver and black. And in comes the real deal heel.
and his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 235 pounds, Liam Rogers.
Liam Rogers donning the war paint. There it is, the real deal heel. The red and black. Ready to do whatever he can, even to get down and dirty to show his own son that he is a different man. Rogers is ready. Rogers is ready. Well, let's see how they fare. Here we go, Jackson. Liam, father versus son 2 is now officially underway. And Jackson immediately wasted no time, Sling Blade. And immediately that moonsault off the springboard to the spine. Try to go for a knee to the skull. The last time these two met inside of a ring was last year at Fastlane, where Jackson won the television championship off of Liam, and when Liam went berserk and injured him, forcing him to vacate it, eventually being won by Ethan King. That all led to WrestleMania, where Jackson won it, leading us to this moment. Liam now, look at that, the springboard reverse moonsault. We said that when we saw him last that he added a few moves to his repertoire. I think that was an understatement. Again, trying to go for that knee strike to the skull, but unsuccessful. Now, drop down, leapfrog. What is Liam thinking of doing at it immediately with those double boots? Going for the cover on Jackson. But a kick out at 1. Nowhere near enough to put the Outlaw down for good. Reversals. Now Liam, overthrow. And both men will head to the outside. Liam looking for some weaponry as Jackson trying to find himself. Reversing that strike and then sending Liam down. Back to his feet now though. Clothesline sending Jackson down. Calling him to get on his feet as he looks to try to do something from the apron, but no, heading back inside. Only to get a buckshot lariat to the outside. What the hell is this match? Knee strike as well. And now throwing Jackson across the outside area. But Jackson able to get back to his feet. The Outlaw will look for some weaponry of his own. Steel chair to the face of Liam Rogers. Now the chair being used as much as it can to go for a Superman punch. It came up short, and now look at this, Jackson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, along with being planted onto the chair. Oh, Jackson, come on. The maneuver that Liam did that put him out for good, that moonsault through the announce desk. Don't tell me that Jackson's thinking the same thing. Liam will again look for some weaponry, and it seems that the table has been found. Has been used very well in the 2 matches already. Jackson just watching him, grabbing the steel trash can, and a suicide dive as well from Liam. Waiting for him to throw it into the ring, thinking that he found the opportunity to catch him off guard, I guess. And the knee and lariat combo. Liam throwing Jackson into the barricade. I have no idea what happens if Liam was to win this match. What does that prove to Jackson face first in the concrete floor? Reversal now. Bouncing him off the apron. Now again, look for some weaponry. Sledgehammer now to the spine. Jackson able to get back to his feet, but an enziguri will send him back down. Throwing him back inside the ring now. Now what is Liam thinking of doing here? Rolling through, but a clothesline from Jackson. Jackson catching whatever Liam possibly had planned. And now the kicks to the skull. Liam still standing, but seems Jackson's just hitting out of pure anger, and Liam tuning it up. The real deal heel connects. Cover. But a kick out at 2 from Jackson. Again, going back to that sledgehammer. Fans telling them to fight forever. They very much might do so. Sledgehammer to the midsection. Going for the cover. A kick out at 2 once again. And if you were Jackson in this moment, you shouldn't use up all of your energy in this one match, knowing that you have to defend your title later tonight. You'd rather take the loss here and then go on and retain your title, try to go for the clothesline from hell, but came up short. Jackson able to reverse it, moonsault of his own from the springboard. And now the sledgehammer on the other hand. What the hell is this now? Jackson just trying to find a moment where he can capitalize, and this could very much be it here. Catching the leg, possibly a bankrupt attempt from Rogers. Into the ropes, leapfrog, drop down, and countering that with a clothesline of his own. Liam now into the ropes, trying to go clothesline from hell. Connecting and leaving Jackson practically lifeless. Kendo stick now found. Spinning it around. Over and over again with the strikes from the kendo. Hoisting Jackson back up. Catching the kick though. Jackson reversing, getting some moment to think of his next plan. What is this? Look at this. And the misdirect, a move that his father made famous. Now Liam trying to reverse. Look at this. Jackson now leapfrog. And a drop kick sends Liam down. Elbow strike. And leaping over. Swanton cover. But a kick out. Jackson just not letting up, fighting out of anger instead of trying to see something, trying to see that proof that Liam's been trying to show him. Clothesline from hell, going for the cover, trying to put this all over and done. And it is. Liam using his son's anger against him. And finally, hopefully, putting this father-son beef, as you call it, as the youths say, to rest. This is where we saw the start of Jackson's rage, bringing out his old moves, using the chair to his advantage. Liam put up quite the fight, using the same amount of weapons that Jackson did, trying to finish it off with the real deal heel. But that just wasn't enough. Liam hoping, almost praying that his son would stay down so he wouldn't have to continue this. The clothesline from hell is all it took. Utilizing Jackson's anger against him to get the victory.
Here's your winner,
Liam Rogers winning his first singles pay-per-view match since December to Dismember. How about that? And here we are, women's competition time. As one of the most dominant women's groups of the last 10 years. Led by that woman, Roxanne Perez. Demolition is here in Washington.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, the ECW Women's Champions, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and May Rogers.
Demolition challenged by number one contender Stephanie Vaquer to a 6-women tag team match. Demolition graciously accepted. We already know who one of her tag team partners is because of what happened a few days ago. But who is the other? All 3 members of Demolition ready. As one of the most popular women's wrestlers of the last few years makes her way down.
And from San Fernando, Chile,
Stephanie Vaquer, the woman that just a few days ago came up short against Cora Jade, looking to exact some revenge and much needed education to Demolition to show that their numbers game is not going to be a factor in this match tonight. Of course, she still has her number one contendership for Roxanne Perez's Women's Championship. But right now, she's got to focus on this match. So let's see who Vaquer brought with her. And it seems our suspicions were correct. The perfect storm is here. Jade goddamn Cargill. She is here.
and from Orlando, Florida,
Jade Cargill, a woman who's had quite the legendary performances on pay-per-views, former ECW Women's Champion, currently undefeated at WrestleMania. We knew this again from ECW a few days ago. She came out during Cora Jade and Stephanie Vaquer's match. Cora Jade thought that she was going to be there for Demolition, but one Jaded proved all that wrong. Now only one question remains. Who is their third member? Who is going to help fight the fight against Demolition? Let's see. Oh my god, oh my god! Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace!
from Austin, Texas, Jordan Grace.
Former TNA Knockouts champion! One of the most physically gifted women in wrestling today! What a call from Stephanie Vaquer! A former Stardom, a former All Elite, and a former TNA. What a trio this has become! And here we go, match immediately kicking off. Demolition versus Cargill, Vacuum and Grace. It seems Demolition not being phased, but Vacuum immediately back to her feet, trying to help out Grace. Again, breaking up the pinfall now by Perez. And a backspace to the champion. Now attacking Maya Rogers, current Money in the Bank holder. Maya now going for the cover on Vacuum. Kick out at one. Jordan Grace slamming down on her knee. Trying to break Cora Jade in half. Trying to pull a Bane from DC. Power slam by Big Mama Pump. Power slam by Vacuum. And now the six women will sort of split up, cover more ground as Jordan Grace showing the power against Roxanne Perez. Going for the cover, but a kick out at one. Jade Cargill showing her strength quite quickly here. Is Jade Cargill going in on Stephanie Vacuum. Metal bat now in play as Maya heading back into the ring slowly. Jade Cargill using that bat, but now Maya grabbing it instead. Jordan Grace will help not let it be used by Demolition. Going for the cover on Maya. And a kick out at two. Jade now rolls to the outside. We see a Russian leg sweep by Roxanne Perez. Maya again with the bat, but Jade stopping her. German suplex across the ring. And Jade helping out Jordan Grace. It seems that this mismatched team is doing quite well for themselves. As Vacuum going for the cover. And Roxanne trying to take it to Jade Cargill on the outside. But look at Jordan Grace. The multiple strikes to Jade. And now again, the bat is what everyone's going for. Trying to go for the cover. Again, both members are now with Sledgehammer and Vacuum. Kick out at one. Cora Jade now back in the ring, trying to get something started for Demolition. Roxanne Perez quickly joining in as well. But look at this, Jade Cargill now trying to throw around Cora Jade like it's nothing. Maya getting involved. Look at this, Cora trying to throw caution to the win against Jordan Grace, but came up short. And now Maya taking it to the number one contender. Reversal though from Stephanie Vacuum. Crossbody to Cora Jade. Power slam to Maya. Hurricane Rana to Grace. And now the women's champion trying to show her dominance to a previous champion. Cora Jade thrown into the corner. Now what is Jordan Grace thinking? Drop kick attempt by Jade Cargill came up short. Look at that, pop rocks by Cora Jade. Came up short, Jade Cargill helping out her teammate. Maya thrown over. Reversal. Jordan Grace into the pin. And look at this. Taste of some danger. Reversal by Cora Jade. Demolition quite tight right now in what they're able to achieve. The double underhook DDT. As Roxanne Perez trying to cover out on Jade Cargill. The referee got taken out during all that commotion. Demolition not too happy about that, as you can understand. But again, Cora Jade using her wit, stopping any pin attempt that she can see. As Maya taking it at Jordynne Grace. Now there's Jordynne Grace, reversal knee high. That chair used on the face of Jade Cargill. Now, look at that. Jade Cargill stopping Maya from being in harm's way and taking out Jordynne Grace, and a swanton on the outside as well. Roxanne Perez back in the ring after dealing some damage. Look at this, Maya Rogers, center of the ring, trying to lock in left on red, but Jade Cargill getting out. Roxanne Perez trying to go through a jump to the outside, came up just a tad bit short. Jade Cargill showing the strength, double underhook DDT by Cora Jade. Trying to go for the cover here, but Cargill stopping her. Throwing her in the corner, and now Roxanne Perez will get involved. Demolition trying to clean house. All the three women stalking Jordynne Grace. Drop kick to the outside. Look at this. Roxanne Perez trying to get the win here, but a kick out at two. Cargill back into it, and look at this, picking up Roxanne Perez from behind. We know what this means. Jaded! Cover on Perez, but both members of Demolition drop kicking Cora out of the pin. Chair now being bent by the face of Maya Rogers. Cora Jade now throwing caution into the wind once more. But Stephanie Vaquero had other plans, and another jaded by Jade Cargill. Another bat being thrown. Look at this, elevated DDT onto the chair. But Roxanne Perez isn't done. Trying to get that crossface, the belt lock, and it looks like Demolition walks away victorious. People say that submissions are everything in a woman's arsenal, and that was proven tonight. So many moves. It seemed like Jade Cargill was going to be the one to win it for the team, but it just wasn't enough. The taste of that danger. We saw the double underhook DDT by Cora Jade, possibly wiping out Stephanie Vaquero from the whole equation. The swanton by Jade. Another double underhook to Jordynne Grace. And this moment right here. DDT onto the chair. But that wasn't enough. She wanted a former women's champion to submit. And that's exactly what happened.
Here are your winners, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and May Rogers. Demolition!
Demolition continues to hold strong in the women's division. And here we are, our semi-main event.
This is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the ECW Television Championship.
The second match for these two men. As we see the man who beat Seth Rollins to advance to this match, Mr. Karrion Kross. Able to clean himself up after all that blood was spilled. Accompanied by Scarlett for a second time. And of course, now that we think about it, Kross had a little bit more time to kind of get back into a fighting fit state. He was in the opening match. Jackson only had a match 2 matches ago. Anything could happen in this semi-main. It could last for 30 minutes. It could last for 2. We do not know the condition of these two men. But all we know is that this man is hungry for some championship gold. And let's see if he can win some. Kross ready to do whatever he can. He seems ready, but is Jackson ready? Kross just waiting patiently. The man who has no mercy changing his gear, and it seems that he's washed off the blood as well. The Outlaw is ready. This match a few months ago was meant to be Seth Rollins and Jackson Rogers. But that evolved into so much more. We've seen Liam come victorious, and you have to imagine, since Liam beat Jackson, what is going through Jackson's head when it comes to the image of his own father? Is that mindset from that last match going to play an impact? We've been talking about the physical wares of these two men, but what about mental? Karrion Kross won his match to advance to this. Jackson lost his match. But if we know anything about the Outlaw, he is going to defend that title until his ligaments have been stretched, pulled, or broken. That is what it's all about, the television championship. As we now go to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger. From Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds, Karrion Kross. And his opponent, from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the ECW Television Champion, the Outlaw, Jackson Rogers.
Here we go, the championship handoff. The thing that we've been waiting for since the first match. Both men as ready as they'll ever be. The championship hoisted high. Here we go, Karrion Kross, Jackson Rogers, semi-main event television championship. The bell has rung. Nearly collar and over tie up, and Kross winning it. Running power slam right out of the gate. Immediately getting some chip damage into the right arm. Strikes to the midsection. Seems like Karrion Kross is going out full blast. Understanding that Jackson is still a little bit weak from his match. He's going to try to put as much point as he can in inflicting pain, so he doesn't have to worry about the long game of this match. And the combo in the corner, falling onto him, telling him to get back on his feet, and a suplex. Cover by Kross, but a kick out at 1. And now immediately looking for some weaponry. The steel trash can now in play. Now the reversal Russian leg sweep by Jackson. And now look at this, Kross now trying to bend the leg out of place. Again, chip damage is key, especially in this match. And now some strikes from the Outlaw, pulling their hair, and an uppercut to the back of the skull. Now on the apron, and a kick will send Kross to the outside. The trash can, but he has other ideas. But just as he was about to execute them, Scarlett getting involved, trying to talk Jackson, trying to distract him. We don't know, but all that matters is Karrion Kross has a goddamn table that he's just put inside the ring. We saw how he used that in his first match. High knee from Jackson. And now the moonsault, but too far forward. But Jackson not letting up yet. Trying to go for a spike, but a reversal from Kross. Now the trash can that he brought in. Tried to throw at the skull, but a high knee instead. Anything will work. And now the table set up, just like it was in his own match. Reversal by Jackson. Reversal by Kross. And now Jackson using that moment to try to go to the outside and try something. Shut down the idea of the table, but the trash can now busted Jackson open, the same spot that he busted open in his previous match, but that won't stop him from going vintage Outlaw. The gunslinger not done yet. But Kross now taking advantage, going into the ropes, drop down. Leapfrog. And throwing him up. Belly-to-belly suplex. Again, showing that he has more strength, more stamina to keep going through with this. Kross will head to the outside. Possibly look for some more weaponry. And that's exactly what he will do. Sledgehammer now found. But Jackson not letting anything happen. Into the ropes, leapfrog. And throws him down, and a kick to the midsection. Cover by Jackson to retain his title, but a kick out at 1. And now bending the arm of Kross, but Kross, some strikes to the midsection, breaking up that attempt at offense, but throwing him into that exposed turnbuckle. Same thing that happened to him in his own match. Courtesy of Scarlett. Again, spearing him down, holding on to his one leg. Now the table in play. Throwing it onto the Outlaw. But now Jackson answering with some strikes of his own. And he gets the inverted DDT. Kendo stick. Karrion Kross stopping him from using it. Will answer with his own DDT. What is happening now? Clothesline, almost flattening the Outlaw. Again, we'll grab that table. We'll throw it onto the almost lifeless corpse of the champion. And now German suplex. Cover now by Kross to call himself champion. And just like that, Karrion Kross is television champion. Jackson put up a fight, but it wasn't enough. Karrion Kross winning 2 matches in the same night, and will now walk away with a championship, which was his goal. The constant use of the table, and this right here, this suplex, almost dropping him on his neck. But it was enough for Jackson just to give out and for a new title.
Here is your winner, and new ECW Television Champion, Karrion Kross.
Congratulations, Karrion Kross, as we now move on to our main event. And here we go, your main event.
This is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the ECW Championship.
The match that AJ Styles was begging for. He's finally got it. The phenomenal one is here. AJ Styles. The man who's been attacking, trying to injure, and practically begging Jai Phillips for this match. And he finally walks out into the main event, finally getting a shot at the title. Seeming confident in his abilities. But let's see how he fares against the Chosen One. The ECW champion, the people's chosen one, Jai Phillips, has arrived. The man who has gone through so many matches, so many people being disturbed by AJ Styles every step of the way. And now he finally has to face him, putting that title on the line. And if he retains here tonight, he becomes the second longest reigning ECW champion, overthrowing Kenny Omega. And there's only one person above him, being our general manager, CM Punk. There's the title. That's what we all care about as we now go to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 255 pounds, the ECW champion, the Chosen One, Jay Phillips.
Here we go, handing off the title that means so much to him. AJ looking at the title he's wanting to hold since day one. And there it is for all the world to see. On the line, AJ Styles, Jai Phillips, main event. We are officially off to the races. And Styles wasting no time trying to get some damage in. Neck breaker. Now trying to bend the neck of Phillips. Now trying to get an armbar, trying to get a submission out of the champion. But that's going to take a lot more than just a simple armbar to get Jai Phillips to tap. Reversal now by Styles. Try to possibly go for a moonsault off the springboard. Running into the ref instead, but Jai will capitalize. And it will answer with his own. Well executed by the Chosen One. The fans getting alive. Top rope knee. Straight to the face of AJ Styles. Jai Phillips is feeling it tonight. Sledgehammer immediately grabbed. And straight to the midsection, AJ Styles. And again. Tried to go for a third, but wasn't enough. Neither of them hitting with some offense. But it seems Jai will throw Styles across the outside area. Styles not letting it happen again twice. Now look at this combo by AJ Styles. Finishing off with a clothesline. Knee straight to the skull once again. Kick up from Phillips. Phillips now just trying to find some kind of an opening, something that he can exploit. Now it seems that Styles trying to bait him, and that's exactly what he did. Taking apart the announce desk to try to bait Phillips over there, thinking that he wasn't paying attention. That was exactly what he was doing. Phillips now thrown back inside the ring. Styles will follow quickly after. And now look at this, Phillips reversing. Kick to the midsection, hoisted high up. But now the strikes from Styles and a clothesline. Jai immediately rolling the outside, getting a moment to breathe, and Styles eating it up in the inside of the ring. And a table has been released. And now, Styles using the ropes to his advantage, going to the top rope now. Calling for him to get to his feet. Answers with a crossbody. Now, the table set up. Trying to take him to it. Stopping him from using the springboard. Possibly almost trying to throw him into the table, but got a little bit disorientated. Throwing him into the ropes instead. Drop down. Leapfrog. And a hit to the midsection. Clothesline as well, sending Styles inside out. And now, of course, bending Styles like a pretzel. And answering with the double knees. Going to the cover. Got a kick out at one. Nowhere near close to ending this match. Styles trying to taunt Jai with the little Bullet Club nod there, and it seems that won't be the least of his worries as he gets up through the table. AJ Styles in a good position now. Leg drop onto the apron. Top rope. Frog splash. And now looking to end it. Trying to get him off of the Styles Clash, but Jai able to hit his way out. And now, almost like clockwork, Harbor Bridge. Harbor Bridge to Styles. But a kick at it too. What a exhilarating set of moves in the fake out. Styles almost having it from breaking the table to the possible Styles Clash, but Jai saw it coming. And now a ladder being thrown out, possible for later usage. A nice quick arm drag there by AJ Styles, throwing Jai across the outside area. Now, look at Jai on the outside! Flatline! Of course, pinfalls don't count outside the ring, so he's gonna have to try to get Styles back inside if he wants to try to finish this properly. It seems that Styles has the same idea. Now Jai getting out of this current situation, going springboard forearm, but comes up short. And now Styles capitalizing, punishing Styles. And look at this, roll through, and that reverse DDT for the boys. Forearm as well. And now, what the hell is Styles grabbing? Steel chair now. Almost stalking Phillips about to take it and put it into that corner. Being thrown into the official though. And now they will be going blow for blow. They've started to tire each other out. You can see fatigue has set in. Keep going back and forth. Neither of them missing a beat. Styles telling him to bring it. And now both of them doing exactly that, throwing right at each other. And now look at this, Styles, calf crusher, middle of the ring, calf crusher, locked in. But look at that elbow to the spine, letting go of the submission. Into the corner, Superman punch, hitting his golden ticket cover to retain the title, and a kick out at 2. Not enough just yet. But now Jai thrown into the corner, but reversed his way out of it. High knee. Grabbing that steel chair, throwing it to the back of AJ Styles. The back of the head. Styles now back to his feet. Reverse and throwing Jai into the other corner. You see the blood dripping from AJ Styles now. The reversals from both men. But look at this, AJ has him up. Styles clash to win the championship. But a kick out at 2. Only just inches away from the victory he rightfully believes is his. What has this match become? And now, flying forearm from the springboard. Going for the cover, thinking that might be enough to do it. It could be, but a kick out at 2. Now Jai looking to end it once and for all with Styles' own move. Styles clash! Cover to retain the title! And he does! Just like that, Jai Phillips is now the second longest reigning ECW champion. What a fight these two put in. Using the table for the 3rd time this show. The frog splash. And trying to get the Styles Clash in and answering immediately with the Harbor Bridge. Trying to go for a cover off of that. It just wasn't enough. And here was also another inflection point. Hitting the flat line on the outside. Both men just countering almost every move that the other had in store. Styles clash from Styles himself, thinking that that was enough and almost inches away from victory. But Styles said, if it worked so well on me, it'll work good on you too. Styles clash to AJ. And with that, Phillips continues as the world champion.
And still, ECW champion, the chosen one, Jai Phillips.
Congratulations, Jai Phillips. And that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Bad Blood. We will see you next week. I've been Scott Silver, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care.